Why are the nations raging over a small piece of land in the Middle East? Why is the world always on edge when Jerusalem is in the headlines? Could the return of Jews to Israel, the suffering of Palestinians, and the chaos in the Holy Land be part of God's prophetic timeline? Welcome to Bible Prophecy Now TV, where we dig deep into the Word, history, and the news to unlock the truth of our times. The land of Israel is not just dirt and rock. It's the land that God promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, a covenant land. Genesis 17:8 says, "And I will give unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, the land wherein thou art a stranger for an everlasting possession." But here's the mystery. For thousands of years, the children of Israel were scattered among the nations. Some remained in Babylon, Persia, Africa, and Arabia. Others, the Ashkenazi Jews, ended up in Europe. Yet the Bible says, "I will gather them from the nations and bring them back into their own land." Ezekiel 36:24. Today we see two peoples in the land, the Jews, many from Europe, others from the Middle East and Africa, and the Palestinians, Arabs, many of whom have lived in that land for generations. Some scholars believe many Palestinians are even descendants of ancient Israelites who converted over time. Could today's conflict be a family dispute thousands of years old? Could both peoples carry blood from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and yet still fight over the same inheritance? In 1948, Israel was reborn as a nation. This was not just politics. For many, it was prophecy fulfilled. Isaiah 66 verse 8, "Shall a nation be born in a day?" Ezekiel 37, "The dry bones come alive, the whole house of Israel restored." Evangelicals saw this as a sign. The last day's clock had started ticking. But the problem is, another people were already living in that land, the Palestinians. In 1948, over 750,000 Palestinians were displaced, their villages destroyed, their homes taken. They call it the Nakba, the catastrophe. And to this day, millions of them live as refugees, suffer under occupation, are treated as second class in their own land. Is this God's justice? Or is something out of order? Could prophecy be partially fulfilled, but not yet in full righteousness? This is not just a war over land, it's a war over covenant identity and destiny. Jews believe they are returning to their promised land. Palestinians believe they are defending their ancestral homeland. One says, "God gave us this land." The other says, "We were born here, lived here, and died here for centuries." And both can show history, blood, and passion. The Bible warns us, "Jerusalem shall be a burdensome stone to all nations." Zechariah 12:3. It also says, "They shall look upon me whom they have pierced." Zechariah 12:10. Could it be that the land will not know peace until both peoples, Jew and Arab, look upon the true Prince of Peace, Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah? Whether you're pro-Israel or pro-Palestine, the real question is this: are we nearing the final fulfillment of prophecy? Is this land, this pain, and this division the stage for the return of Christ? Because the Bible says, "When you see these things, lift up your heads, for your redemption draws near." Luke 21:28. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem, pray for justice and healing for Palestinians, and pray that Jews, Arabs, and the whole world will come to know the Messiah, who alone can bring true peace. Share this message, subscribe to Bible Prophecy Now TV, and prepare your heart, for we are living in prophetic days. This video is for prophetic, historical, and educational purposes. We do not promote hate, violence, or division of any kind. Our goal is to awaken truth, call for justice, and point hearts to God's eternal plan in Christ.